What is there to do in Page, Arizona? A ton. And today we're going to show you our top 5 things in the area so you can check them out too.
First up is Glen Canyon Dam. Walk across the bridge to get some great views.
You can take tours here actually, which would be really neat to do sometime. Maybe when the kids are a little bit older and we don't have to be so constantly focused on them when we do things like that. I would love to learn more about this. So impressive.
What we do know about it is it's 710 feet tall. This was built after the Hoover Dam, but it's the exact same style, this arched gravity dam. It's a little bit shorter than the Hoover Dam. It's on the Colorado River, and this creates Lake Powell.
Lake Powell is the second largest man-made reservoir in water capacity behind Lake Mead. It's on the Colorado River in Utah and Arizona, and a huge vacation destination. You can take a boat to see the dam upriver as well.
Glen Canyon Dam has 8 turbines and can power about 5.8 million homes. You won't want to miss visiting the dam overlook on Scenic View Road, which we unfortunately didn't know about until after our trip. Also stick around to place number 5 to see what the dam looks like from down below and where those boats can go.
Number 2 is Antelope Point. Another part of the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, Antelope Point is just upstream from the famous Antelope Canyon. We've not been, but my family has, and I've pulled some pictures from our family vault to show you. On a tour of Upper Antelope Canyon, you'd take the 4-wheel drive tour truck to the Slot Canyon. Walk in and through the beautiful canyon as light rays illuminate the walls in a myriad of colors. Lower Antelope Canyon would include ladders to climb also.
Since tours are currently closed, or if you'd prefer to do it on your own, you can put in your kayak or paddleboard at Antelope Point Boat Ramp. You can take a boat tour or rent a boat from Antelope Point Marina or Wahweap Marina, then boat to the canyon and explore by foot.
Either way, you should walk down to the water at Antelope Point as well. It's beautiful. Number 3 is Lone Rock. It sits just over the Utah border. You'll see lots of campers here, but there's lots of shoreline for everyone. Some people are out here with their off-road vehicles. The beach is fun for wading in the water. The color of the water is unreal and changes depending on the weather. Though it gets super windy here, so be aware of the wind forecast as you plan your activities. Others are out with boats, jet skis, kayaks, or in our case, a paddleboard. The water can get quite choppy when it's very windy, or on weekends when a lot of people are out on the water with you. But the kids and I enjoyed paddling around one evening when few others were down at the beach. The scenery is hard to beat.
Next up is the New Wave.
So we're about to do a hike called the New Wave, and if you are familiar with the Page area at all, you've probably heard of the Wave, and that is a stunning, spectacular hike, but you need a permit for it, and it's also longer, I believe.
Yeah, it's a lot longer. I think it's in the 6 or 7 mile range, and the permit's very hard to get.
And so that's, even the mileage on its own is a little bit outside of what we're doing right now with our kids. So we are doing a shorter hike today, only about a mile round trip, and
right behind us is the trailhead for the New Wave. It's actually right up above the Glen Canyon Dam.
Let's go see what this New Wave looks like.
Let's do it. The trail forks, so I assume it's a loop and we're headed on the right one. Look at it out here, it's already getting really neat.
A little bit of shade for a water break. I know we haven't gone very far, but that's the theme of our hikes with these little ones. Stop frequently, hydrate, lots of snacks. This is wonderful. This is like a gem hidden in plain sight. So easy to get to. Super easy, convenient, well marked. Everybody's having a lot of fun. And if the wave, the new wave here is a fraction as good as the original, which, I mean, how could it not be? It's beautiful here. Then this is just amazing. So this trail we're on is beautiful, but we're not quite sure if this just takes us all the way around. We saw some other folks climb up into the middle here, into the saddle area. So maybe the wave, maybe the new wave is up in there. So we're gonna take this, see if it circles back around the other side, if the trail takes us up. And if not, we'll probably find a way to go check that out as well, because they parked on the side here, cut off the first part of the trail that we did, and went straight up like they knew what they were doing. So those are the people that probably know where this new wave is, and we want to make sure we see it.
There could be multiple sections of it too.
Yeah. It's all very wave-like. The different striations and the colors, the bowls, the waves. I hope there's a sign or something, because I don't know if we're gonna know it, because everything is amazing here. The path splits here, and this goes into this little bowl. I think we found it.
Oh wow. That is so neat.
That's beautiful. This is a good spot from up here to see the whole thing, and then it goes through a saddle. Come on up and check it out. This is even better. I think it gets even better right here.
Oh yeah. So the kids have decided that this looks like a bowl of strawberry cereal. I can't say I disagree, actually. It's really neat. I don't think I would have thought cereal, but
you know, kids have good imagination. This is incredible. Easy hike, easy access, no permit.
This is really, really neat, and it's not a far hike. You should totally come out and see this. It's amazing.
And we have it all to ourselves. I mean, I don't even know where those other people went. Did they?
No.
Maybe they've seen this so many times, they're exploring elsewhere.
I don't know.
Or they beat us to it. Maybe
really...
this isn't actually the new wave. We're at the wrong spot.
Pretty sure this is it. This is the trail kind of bends this way really obviously.
So we think this is the new wave.
There are no signs anywhere for anything. But
of course, I mean, you don't expect it.
No, it just doesn't matter. Like, everything's so spectacular.
So let's go the rest of the way around, see if we see anything else.
Yeah, I think there is a lot more to see. Let's do it.
We kept hiking, but nothing else looked definitively more like a new wave than what we'd seen. However, looking again on the internet, there are conflicting reports about which exact spot is the new wave. Some folks seem to point to a spot higher in the saddle of the rocks. We considered coming back to look for ourselves, but it had rained, and we didn't want to damage the sandstone climbing around on the rocks to check. Others said this formation was the new wave. We personally think what we saw should have been it, but we could be wrong. Double check for yourself when you visit, but definitely do this hike no matter what.
So we've made it all the way around the loop, right back over that way. The trail continues up and back down to Beehive Campground.
The verdict is, this is a must-see place in the Page area. We're going to show you another one right now.
Last but not least is Horseshoe Bend.
So now we are at Horseshoe Bend. You've probably heard of it because it's so iconic, but if you have not, this is where there is a bend in the Colorado River with a 1,000-foot drop-off and a gorgeous overlook.
Pretty much no trip to Page is complete without having seen this.
It's about half-mile out to the viewpoint, and it is $10 entrance fee. You go through an entrance station, pay $10, and then you're able to park and hike out to it. Let's do it. I don't think we're going to be disappointed.
No.
This is even more impressive than I expected.
Wow.
I'm really impressed by this. I thought it's going to be beautiful and gorgeous, but with all the pictures that we've seen of it over the years, I wondered if it would like personally strike me the way that it has, and it certainly has.
Yeah.
It just, you know, like they're just places that you see and then you get kind of like a lump in your throat or something. I don't know how to describe it, but so incredibly impressive.
I don't have any words for that. Just, it's that good.
So you should come see it for yourself sometime.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna try to get a nice picture on the edge here. So if this is the last video you ever see of me, just kidding. I'm gonna go very carefully and I'm gonna crawl. And we're,
It's a little extreme, isn't it?
It is a little extreme. If I were on rope, I would not personally be fearful at all, but you can tell, look at all these footprints. People come here all the time. We're just right next to the railings and we're just gonna sit here and take a couple pictures. That's a drop-off.
Horseshoe Bend is spectacular. The verdict is in.
Yeah, must see. This, on one hand, like, and you know, dumb of us, but we thought maybe we could just skip it because I don't know what we were thinking.
There's a reason why it's so popular, but what's really nice to see down here is that there's so much room to spread out once you come down the trail that you can kind of get your own little slice of it all to yourself, regardless of how many people are here, which is really great. I didn't really want to be packed in with a bunch of people up against a railing trying to see it, and that's kind of what my impression was from pictures and hearing about it. It's amazing. I mean, lots of space, beautiful views, come see it.
And I think we're just gonna sit here for a little while and enjoy the view. We're a little closer to the edge. The kids are sitting further back.
They're not allowed to stand up right now.
No, we've sat them down back there with their snacks within eyesight, so we're good there.
Yeah.
This is our comfort level right now.
Yeah, that's just not really worth the risk.
No, but it's beautiful. And I see boats down there. We see kayaks. We saw a speedboat. That really makes me want to be down there.
Yeah.
I want to do that at some point. I later realized my family had also been here. What a spectacular view from down below. Check out the bridge and the dam from water level. They took a boat tour from below Glen Canyon and rafted downriver and around Horseshoe Bend. And how fitting for a video we release on Mother's Day to include my sweet mom, not once, but twice.
Definitely at some point when the kids are older and a little bit more capable on a boat, coming back here and doing Antelope Canyon and this, just, yes. That's it.
Almost no words.
Yeah, almost.
Next week, we'll take you to the best places near Page to camp, so you can see all the amazing places we showed you today. If you like our content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time we release a travel video. Is that as far in as you're gonna go?
Maybe.
I mean, you almost feel like you could fly up here.
Yeah, but please don't.
Please don't.